American Express announced plans to offer daily deals to any card holders that allow access to their Facebook account. The move combines two powerful sets of data that AmEx will use to target their deals. On the one hand, there's everything AmEx already knows about your buying history, and on the other, there's everything you've liked or shared on Facebook. Groupon, by comparison, knows a lot less about you. The company's data is based on a combination of what you told them and what they could find out in your short history as a Groupon subscriber. In its S1 filing, Groupon said that its ability to target relevant deals based on individual subscriber preferences is one of their advantages over the competition. So just how does Groupon intend to find out subscriber preferences, and how much of a threat does this AmEx deal pose to their competitive advantage? For more on this, I'm joined by Rocky Agrawal, a blogger and journalist who spent the last few months digging deep into the daily deals market, and I'm so glad you're here. You really have become the authority on this topic. In your post today, you're pretty clear about who you think the winners and the losers are. The winners, you say Facebook, AmEx, small businesses. Why?
Absolutely. Facebook has a tremendous platform that reaches 750 million people worldwide. American Express has about 91 million people worldwide, so American Express will be able to tap into that large Facebook audience. Facebook will be able to benefit from the interactions that their members have with American Express merchants. And small businesses get a new platform that's just tremendous for them, that is really the right way to do deals.
And the losers, you say Groupon, Living Social, Foursquare, and even Google.
Absolutely. All the existing daily deal products out there take a large piece of the transaction. Groupon typically takes about 50% of the transaction. American Express is coming out and saying, we're going to take nothing. We're going to take absolutely nothing. All you pay us is our regular transaction fees. And that's a tremendous deal for small businesses.
But Groupon does have a growing number of subscribers, and Reid Hoffman, who recently invested in Groupon, says it's the company's commitment to investing in personalization and relevancy that'll drive deeper relationships with both consumers and merchants. Do you have hope that Groupon will be able to better target its deals?
I think it's really hard to compete with the credit card companies on this point. The credit card companies have immense amounts of data on your transaction history. In the initial launch, they're not using that. It's purely based on your likes and your social activity on Facebook. But longer term, I would expect them to use your entire transaction history. And if you think about Groupon, maybe 1% of your transactions over the course of the year are in Groupon. But American Express, if you're a loyal card member, you might be doing 80, 90% of your transactions. So you get a lot more data to target with.
That said, are there any privacy concerns with how American Express and Facebook are sharing information?
They are keeping the two sets of information separate. So American Express does not get any of your profile information, and Facebook doesn't get any of your transaction data. You go to an American Express page and you select the offers that you want, and then those are loaded onto your credit card, and then you can redeem them. But Facebook doesn't see all your transaction history. And conversely, American Express doesn't see all of your friends and your status messages and photos and other things that you do on Facebook.
Do we know what kind of marketing muscle Facebook and American Express are going to put behind this?
That is the big, wide open question. We see lots and lots of big announcements from big companies that sound really impressive, and I think this is one of the most impressive we've seen. The big question is, do they put marketing muscle behind it? If they just put it out there and say, let's hope small businesses use it, then it's probably not going to be very compelling. If they put it out there and actually put a lot of marketing muscle behind it, I see this as a big, big challenge for Groupon, Living Social, and the others.
Now, as part of your research, I know you've been out there using different daily deals from the different companies. You found that they're not always that easy. Tell me about that.
So a lot of the deals that you see out there, when you go to the merchant, you try to use it, you run into challenges. I ran into a challenge one time when I was at Radio Shack. I was trying to redeem a mobile offer. Was buying an iPod there, and took 30 minutes for me to redeem the offer. The initial person I talked to didn't know how to do it. The manager didn't know how to do it. They called their support desk. Took 30 minutes. And it's just a bad experience for the consumer. It's a bad experience for the merchant. And with the American Express deal, it's automatic. As long as you've loaded up the deal, they don't have to train their employees on anything. It just happens.
So how do you see this evolving? I mean, it seems like every day there's some new announcement in the daily deals business.
You know, I think what we're going to evolve to is a much more sustainable model for small businesses. The Groupon Living Social model, where essentially you're taking 25% of your normal price, just doesn't work. You can't keep doing that forever and ever. What we're going to see is more reasonable offers that are more targeted, Right now, if you do a spa offer on Groupon, it goes out to everybody within 30, 40 miles of you. That's not the ideal customer for a spa. It might be somebody within 4 or 5 miles. And with American Express transaction data, long term, you could say only show this offer to people who've shown a propensity to go to spas and spend $20,000 a year. So that's a much more attractive customer than just some random person who's looking for a cheap deal.
And you're continuing to get feedback from merchants who've done Groupon or Living Social deals. You know, are they overwhelmingly positive or negative?
I would say they're overwhelmingly negative. I have not yet once received somebody who said, I love Groupon.
Not once.
Not once. I tolerate Groupon. I have to do it because of the structure of my business, but I haven't seen anybody say, I love Groupon and love working with them.
All right. Rocky Agrawal, thanks so much. We'll continue to watch your reports
Thank you.
on this business.